Good now.
All right. Hi, my name is Sabrina Phillips Garrison, and I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience that I've had with spiritual goddess Alchemy. And I knew a little bit about chakras before, but not a lot. And I was very curious about whether it would help me heal from some of the things that I've been through in my life, and also to heal from a relationship that I was currently in. I'm now, I think, into my 4th week with it, and I have to say, it already has provided so much more to me than what I had, what I had bargained for, than what I knew would provide. And I'll tell you that you start off with your foot chakra, because that's obviously your base, your foundation. And as soon as I started off with the foot chakra, my feet started hurting, and the right one hurt differently than the left one hurt. And I'm like, that's really weird. And so for the whole week that I worked on it, my feet hurt. And about a few days after I stopped working on it, my feet stopped hurting. Now, I have never, ever, ever had feet issues, okay? Never in my life. I'm a chiropractor's daughter. I've never had any kind of issue like that. And so anyway, I thought, well, that's really weird, but I do know that my body responds really interestingly to emotional issues. And so when something comes up, I feel, funny, or I might hurt in a certain area or something like that. So then I went to the root chakra, and I didn't know exactly what the root chakra was about, other than another piece of the foundation. When I went through that, just to let you know, depending on how much stuff you have to uncover and heal, and I had a ton, I was honestly really super depressed during that period of time. And really unconsolable. I cried for a whole week. I don't cry typically, which is not the best thing, but I don't cry typically. I probably shove and stuff a lot of things down. And I cried and I mourned, honestly, not the relationship that I was in I was in this relationship until just a few days ago. And it's been a very strange relationship. I'll talk to you about that in a second. But I mourned my childhood. I mourned the loss of, oh God, so much. Way too much to go into here. And I literally hurt down there, and I wrote into them, and I was part of the group, and I just spilled my guts about everything and how I was feeling every single time I was going through a chakra. I'm like, oh my God, my pelvis area hurts really bad. And as soon as I was done with that, that dissipated. And then I went up to the sacral chakra, and in the sacral chakra, I was having an anxiety attack during the entire week. I just thought, oh God, I'm losing my mind here. But the reason I'm sharing these things with you is, if you join, which you should, it's going to give you so much clarity. But if you join, don't be surprised if you have some of these same symptoms. Maybe not the extreme that I did. I'm not typically reactionary, as I was telling Patrick and Priscilla. But man, my body and my mind and my emotions were having a major reaction for every single chakra that I have gone through and cleared. And it's been incredible. As a matter of fact, let me go back to the root chakra, because the root chakra is actually about your worthiness. If you feel worthy, and I felt worthless that week. I felt horrible. That was the word that kept coming to mind, and it kept coming out of my mouth to my then boyfriend. And I kept going, I feel worthless. I just feel like a piece of crap, and not normally me. But while I was working on it, there it was coming out. And this was all shadow work and stuff I had shoved down and thought that I had not, that I'd worked through already, but I hadn't on an emotional, energetic level, and that's what the chakras do. So here's the interesting thing. I'm now working on the solar plexus. I started last Thursday, which was June 15th. Thursday night, I listened to him do his hypnosis. I fall asleep. I have no idea what he said in hypnosis. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I looked at my boyfriend and I said, you need to get out of my bed. I said, you need to get out of my bed. And then he went into the second bedroom, and I said, and you need to stay sleeping in the second bedroom until you move out. We're done. And I didn't have any idea why I felt the way I did. I was fired up. I felt like that Wonder Woman movie that came out, that I was like, damn it, I'm standing up for myself. And I had no idea why the words were even coming out of my mouth, but God, I was just burning up inside. I was fired up. And so anyway, I listened to the hypnosis 3 more times throughout the night because I was just a little unhinged about this, whatever. I don't know. I felt, angry, and there had been a lot of stuff that's gone on between this man and I that has not been healthy. It's been incredibly toxic. And anyway, in the morning, I listened to the hypnosis 1 more time. And this time was the first time I didn't fall asleep listening to it. And when I heard what he was talking about in the sacral chakra, it was, you're standing in your power. You're drawing your boundary lines. You're standing up for yourself, and it feels really good. You're taking control of your life again. Those were just a few of the things that he said in this thing. And that was exactly what I did that night with my then boyfriend. That very next day, Friday morning, I get up and I go to shop for a car. I forgot to tell Patrick and Priscilla this, but I went to shop for a car. And of course, I'm a woman walking into a car dealership, and they're like, oh, great, good, easy bait here. We're going to jack her over, basically. And so anyway, found the car I wanted, right price. I had done all my research online. I just walked in knowing that if the car looked a certain way and drove a certain way, I was going to buy it. And so I went to buy it and got into the finance department, and they said, well, you're going to have to pay another $1,000 because there's a high-end security system on this car. And I said, well, I don't want that. And they said, well, it's already on there. And I said, well, you can take it off. And that, oh, no, we can't do that. In fact, we have a legal right to charge you for it. And I said, no, you don't. You're going to sell it at the price that you listed it for on the public, to the public. That's the price you're going to sell it for. I ended up dickering with them and yelling at them and literally cussing them out, kid you not, in the showroom in a Ford dealership here in California, and told them how ashamed they should be of themselves for treating somebody like this. And this is exactly why consumers do not want to walk onto an auto dealership, and especially women, because they think they can jack women over when they come in. Boy, I was pissed off. And I let them know it, and I let them have it. And when they wouldn't mess with me, when they wouldn't change the price back down, and they wouldn't take off the supposed high-end security system, I said, no problem. I'm getting on my phone right now with the attorney. So I call and I start talking to the attorney, and the finance guy goes, okay, we'll take it off of there. I tell you what, it was the next night I went and saw Wonder Woman. I'm like, my girlfriend's like, oh my God. She was with me the entire time when I went to buy the car. And she's like, God, these guys are such pigs. I mean, they're just jacking you over. And I said, oh, they're not going to jack me over. So I was just standing in my power. I was standing in my power. And man, there was nothing that was going to take that away from me. I knew it was a good car. I knew it was a good price. And they weren't going to F with me. Okay, that was just it. And so anyway, I just want to share all of this with you. I know it's a long testimonial, but I want to share all of this with you because, you've got to go through it. We all have crap, even if we've shoved it down and we don't think that we have any crap. We all have crap. And what better way to live a clean, clear life than to get it all out? Let it mend, heal it. The other thing that's happened with me too is that after that whole anxiety thing through the sacral chakra, I started saying, God is my infinite source of supply. God is my infinite source of supply, over and over and over. Every time my mind would get a hold of me and go, oh my God, what if you can't make the rent? Because, oh, by the way, I kicked my boyfriend out. I said, that's it. We're done. Get out. You have addiction issues. It's ridiculous. What am I doing dealing with this? This is not me, and this is not my life. I don't want this in my life. And so I got him out of there, and then my brain goes to work going, oh my God, how are we going to make the money work? How are we going to make the money work? And when I started saying, God is my infinite source of supply, kid you not, I sold my car that day, which I've been trying for 3 weeks to sell my car. I sold my car that day I got one new client that day in design, interior design, two new clients on Tuesday the next day, one other client on Wednesday. I'm like, okay, God is my infinite source of supply. Oh my God, I'm never going to forget that phrase. And so if you want clarity, and or if you're in a relationship that's not working, it doesn't mean it's going to end, by the way. It doesn't have to, because what they'll actually do is they'll alchemize the emotions, the energy, and everything that's going on with you, and it will shift what's happening with your partner. And if you're to be together with that person, it will shift it in the right way, and that person will come around and back to you. But if you are not truly meant to be with that person, then that person, they will find their way out. And that's what's happened for me in my relationship. And I feel healthier. I'm ready to receive the right man into my life. I mean, I'm going to do some more work on myself. I can't wait to go through the rest of the chakras. I can't even imagine what's going to happen with the heart chakra and moving up. But I'm excited about it. And so I just want to say, if you want more clarity in your life and financial abundance, even if you want to feel safer, more secure, more comfortable in your own body, in your own skin, man, this is an incredible course for you. I just would really, really encourage you to take it. It's a very minimal investment to make in yourself, but the rewards for me, and I know several others too, have been stupendous, just really fabulous. So I would just want to say thanks so much for watching this. Again, my name's Sabrina Phillips Garrison, and I hope that you join, and I hope that you get as many rewards from it, and I know that you will, as I have. Thanks a bunch.